Right, we turn our attention to the 800-metre final. What a race in prospect. It is hard to pick a winner from this one. 3 Kenyans, 2 Algerians. There's one of them on the outside, Slimane Mula. He's been on the podium in all 16 races he's contested this year, the African champion. Now to the world junior champion, Emmanuel Wanyonyi. He's still only 17 years of age, bidding to become the youngest medalist in this event's history. Marco Ayrock. Only one Canadian has ever won a medal in this event. It was Gary Reid with a silver 15 years ago. Ayrock is the Pan American champion, and he'll have the belief he can shine. But what about this for Peter Bol? Came through as a non-automatic qualifier, squeaking into the final, bidding to become Australia's first global medalist over the 800 for over 50 years. He's known as Wycliffe Kinyamal, but on his bib it says Kisei. Same guy, Commonwealth champions, first international event for Kenya since 2018. Jamel Sejati. He's won 8 out of his 9 races so far this year, some of them indoors. He's a wily campaigner. Emmanuel Correa is the class of the field. He's the Olympic champion and he's the 6th fastest in history. He looks sharp in his semi-final, but he's yet to break 1:45 this season. And Gabriel Tual on the inside for France. A PB in the Paris Diamond League. He might need another one if he's to take a gold or a silver here. Tual, France in 1, Korea, Kenya 2, Sejati, Algeria 3, Kisei, Kenya 4, Bol, Australia 5, Ayrock, Canada 6, Wanyonyi, Kenya 7, Mula, Algeria in 8. 5 of these men hold major titles, major crowns. Only one of them can stand on top of the 2-lap throne tonight. Final of the men's 800 metres gets underway with a growing sense of anticipation. Correa is the Olympic champion, starting second from the inside, second from the right, as we look at it there between the Frenchman Tual and Sejati. But we haven't necessarily seen his best this season. Has he saved himself for the right time? Mula holding his hands out there to the huge towering presence of Ayrock. He's got himself out of danger. Watch for both of the Algerians on the second lap. They can finish really, really quickly. Kisase out of danger, the Commonwealth champion, up onto the shoulder of Peter Bol. No move yet from Correa. The Olympic champion is at the back. They take the bell. One of these men is 50 seconds away from a place in history. No Canadians ever won this title. Ayrock is majestic out front. He's the Pan American champion. Tual is a little bit boxed on the inside in second place. Kisase and Correa trying to come wide for Kenya. Watch for the 2 Algerians. They could finish really, really quickly. Kisase in second. And Correa is now coming. As the Olympic champion fooled us all. No form to speak of all season. Ayrock's driving for the line. He'd love to be the first Canadian to win this. But Emmanuel Correa is coming away. He's pushing. He's driving. The lactic acid is taking hold. But the Olympic champion becomes the world champion. And what a second place for Sejati. The Algerian came through for silver. But Emmanuel Correa, despite not breaking 1:45 all season, all of a sudden discovers the turn of speed that took him to the title in Tokyo, and it has swept all before him here in Eugene. 1:43.71, and Marco Ayrock does become the first Canadian medalist in this event for 15 years. The majestic Canadian held on brilliantly for the bronze, but Correa takes gold for Kenya. The Olympic champion, adding to his rich list of titles. That was a magnificent run from him, truly magnificent. At the crucial point of the season, he found his form.
Well, they came through in a high 51, but it was Marco Ayrock who said, I'm going to push that third 200, really make everybody hurt. And we talk about that you come out here, you know, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to hurt. And he made everybody hurt. He really made that race. And so I think down the home stretch, he became my sentimental favorite just to get a medal, because he was the guy out front and pushing and doing all the work. But Career just measured that absolutely perfectly. And what a time to run a season best.
Sejati ran really well for the silver. He finishes so fast. And do you know what? If Correa hadn't been quite as strong as he was, I think he probably would have taken the gold. But there was real power in those legs over the last 20 or 25. And remember, he was 6th in the 400 final in 2019. He has run 44.2. He's not in that kind of shape this year. And he's not in 142.05 kind of shape that took him to 6th on the all-time list again 3 or 4 seasons ago. But that was a really fine run from Correa. And what about that for Marco Ayrop? That's a huge moment for the Canadian middle distance community. He bowed out in the semis in Tokyo. And what I loved about that, he was bold, as you said, Dan. He went to the front at the bell and said, okay, look, I'm going to be the one to dictate the rhythm. I think I can hang on for a medal. If 3 of you want to come past me, I'm going to make you work. And in the end, only 2 did, and he gets his moment on the podium.
Well, Ayrop, just a natural front runner. He says he likes to be in the front because it keeps his 6'3" frame out of trouble. There you see him, he get tangled up just a little. Moolah really came charging in from the outside. And there you see Ayrop almost get tripped up at the beginning of this thing. But he likes to be out front. But this year he's been running from the back and he's been saving himself just a little bit. But he just couldn't resist himself as they went into that first lap, to take the lead and pull these guys along. But look at this finish. The grit and determination by all of those guys is just absolutely evident.
Wanyonyi wasn't far away from the podium. Ayrop hung on really well for third. Wanyonyi's still only 17. He was bidding to become the youngest medalist in the event's history. Ayrop was really beginning to feel it here. You can see that massive stride was shortening. Sejati had the quickest momentum at this stage of the race. Correa's head was rocking and rolling. I've never seen him do that before. He was in a world of pain. But the pain turned to elation and relief as the Olympic champion became the world champion. What is it they say? Sorry, what is it they say about class being permanent?
The cream rises to the top. 400-meter runners moving up to the 800. 400-meter runners moving down to the 2 and the 100 meters. It's a crazy world right now. It's an upside-down world. You got these quarter-milers doing everything, going up, moving down.
Emmanuel Correa strikes at the perfect time this season. A wonderful performance, a second successive global crown after his Tokyo title. Sejati richly deserves the silver, and Ayrop a moment of history for the Canadians with the bronze.